everyone, and welcome to the Quick and Carry Kitchen. I'm so glad that you've joined me today. I'm Kristen Madreen, and I'm part of the wonderful group of people that brought you the cool Quick and Carry transport bag for your electric pressure cookers. And sitting next to me today is our 3-quart, which is the cutest one, I think. And we did an experiment this week, and for those of you who still have a crock pot sitting around, did you know that your round crock pot will fit perfectly in the 3-quart Quick and Carry transport bag? So you could use it for both an Instant Pot or electric pressure cooker, one of the smaller ones, or your old crock pot will fit in that if you need to take it with you to a holiday party. So welcome to all of you who are joining us live. Hi, Linda. I want to give a shout out to you for joining us here at the Quick and Carry Kitchen. And I'm going to say hello to all of you who might join us later. We know that our time here in the middle of the day is not the easiest for everybody, but because we're doing a special gluten-free version of a cake today, I'm hoping that a lot of you who need to eat or bake gluten-free for others will tune in at some point and see this great recipe that I developed so that you can have a gluten-free coffee cake for your guests over the upcoming holidays. So speaking of holidays, today we're going to do a giveaway, and we are going to give away one of these adorable little springform pans. It's the 7-inch springform pan that fits in the 6-quart Instant Pot. And to one of you lucky people joining us live today, we will be giving one of these away. So please, down in the comments, tell us who is coming over to your house for Thanksgiving, or whose house are you going to if you're the ones that are doing the traveling this year. Where are you going for Thanksgiving? Put those down in the comments, and at the end of the show, one of you is going to win our adorable, I love these little springform pans. So anyway, we're going to cook gluten-free today. I am a certified vegan and gluten-free pastry chef, and that was before my daughter was diagnosed with lupus, and she has to eat gluten-free because she feels so much better. So I now make almost everything that I make in the Instant Pot. I make it gluten-free so that my daughter can enjoy it too. So today's pumpkin coffee cake will be made with gluten-free flour. Of course, if you don't have to eat gluten-free, you can just use a regular all-purpose flour for this recipe. And the same goes with the milk that I use for moistening this cake. I use almond milk because we eat mostly dairy-free in my house. But again, if you only have regular milk, cow's milk, you can certainly use that too. One of the things that I think is so wonderful about baking and cooking in general, but especially with the Instant Pot, is that you can tailor almost every recipe to your own family's needs. And this lovely little cake is a perfect example of that. I also want to tell you just for a second that our schedule is going to be changing here at the Quick and Carry Kitchen. A week from today, the day before Thanksgiving, we will have a short little Get Ready for the Holidays live show. And then on Friday, which some people call Black Friday, but I call it Instant Pot Acquisition Day, because you know they're going to be on a great price at all the stores, and you're going to be able to get a new Instant Pot at a fraction of what you would the rest of the year. So most of us in the Instant Pot world know that the day after Thanksgiving is actually Instant Pot Acquisition Day. And I hope that you'll get the one that you want or need so that you can cook with your Instant Pot throughout the holiday season. It's wonderful as a helper in the kitchen. After the holidays and on Instant Pot Acquisition Day, we will be posting a not live video, but we will be posting a wonderful new recipe that I've developed for what I call Thai chicken Kristen, and we'll have that for you so that we know you're all out busy shopping, and we won't even be in-house that day. So we'll post a special video on Instant Pot Acquisition Day, and then in December, we're going to start doing our live shows at noon on Fridays. And there is a reason that we're going back to Fridays. Some of the new Instant Pot lists let us post as bloggers on Fridays. And so that's a day that we can talk to more of you. And we certainly want more of you to join us. So we're going to go to Fridays at noon and go for the holidays anyway on Fridays, and we're going to be giving you some more recipes that are easier for the holidays, and also some holiday gift ideas. So today, like I said, hi Bill, glad that you're joining us. Welcome to the Quick and Carry Kitchen. I hope that my mom is out there watching. Mom, are you there yet today? Anyway, we're going to do a gluten-free coffee cake in the Instant Pot. And yes, you can bake in the Instant Pot. It comes out rather like a pudding. Sometimes these cakes are very moist and very dense, and they're what, you know how the British call all desserts a pudding? Well, this definitely has a pudding-like consistency, and you can see this beautiful cake sitting here in front of me. I made this in the Instant Pot as a trial, and we're loving it. It's a really delicious recipe. So first, I want you to prep your Instant Pot. All you need to do is put a cup to a cup and a half of water in the bottom of the liner, and then you put your trivet down in the liner too. So it is ready for us to put the cake in when we get it ready to go. A shout out to Amy. Hi Amy, how are you doing today? So I've already prepped ahead of time the pan, and what you're going to do is very generously put butter, especially in the bottom and on the sides of your adorable little springform pan. You also could use one of the bundt cake pans that you can fit in your Instant Pot. That would also work perfectly. Then I took some walnuts and I crushed them in a plastic bag so that they were nice and small, and I do it with my bottle of olive oil or a rolling pin to get the walnuts to crush. And then I just sprinkled the walnuts over the bottom, and then I took some of this nice organic whole cane sugar and I sprinkled that too. And then I took pumpkin pie spice and I was very liberal in shaking it around too, so that there's a nice topping on the cake when it comes out and you invert it. So get your pan ready, and then you can start making your batter. So because we're doing the show live, I've already prepped the melted butter. The pumpkin and the eggs are already together in here, along with the sugar. And I just want to talk a little bit about the sugar. Again, so many recipes are easy to adapt to whatever your family uses or is comfortable with. And I try not to use a lot of white sugar. And a coffee cake like this is a perfect place to use like an organic cane sugar, coconut sugar. If you are cutting down on carbs, coconut sugar is really a good one for you. And so, or you can use just a basic white sugar too. Any of the above are good for this step in the cooking, and I've used the organic cane sugar, and it tastes just fine in here. So I've already prepped that. And then if you're doing this at home, you don't even have to get the second bowl out. I did just so that I could have this measured before we went live today. And in here is 1 3/4 cup of flour. And again, you can use all-purpose if you want to, but I'm making this gluten-free for our gluten-free friends. So you're just going to add the flour to the bowl. And then I have 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. That's going to go in. And I've already pre-measured 2 tablespoons of pumpkin pie spice, and that's going to go in. And I'm going to just mix this up real carefully while I say hi to Kathy. I'm glad that you've joined us. Don't forget that please leave in the comments, where are you spending Thanksgiving? Are people coming over to your house? If so, who's coming over? And if you're going away, where are you going? We would love to know. And one of you lucky commenters is going to win one of the springform pans that we're using in today's recipe. So as you begin to fold all these ingredients in together, you're going to notice that it's a little dry, and that's because here at the end you're going to add, this is a 1/2 cup of milk that has had 1/2 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar put in it, and this is like a buttermilk, and you can make your own soured or buttermilk using any milk that you like to use. Again, I'm using almond milk, and then this has, it's come to a nice froth because of the vinegar, and I'm going to add this now. And this just gives you a nice moisture with which to finish stirring your cake. This year, I'm having 2 Thanksgivings, one a very simple one on the actual Thanksgiving day, and then my whole family, almost 25 of us, will be together at my sister's in Midland, Michigan, to have our Thanksgiving together on Thanksgiving Saturday, or the day after Instant Pot Acquisition Day. So I'm now giving this a nice stir. It's coming together perfectly. It smells fantastic as I blend all of this together. And oh my goodness, what a nice batter this makes. I love that I can do this pretty much in just one bowl. I don't even need to get out the mixer, and we're ready to go. Nancy, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to put a comment down below, Nancy, to try to win one of these springform pans. So now that I've really mixed this together, I'm going to put it all in the pan. And it's a little thick. This is a nice sturdy dough, and it'll make a nice dense cake. Now, I noticed as I sat myself down here, I'd forgotten to get an important part of this together, but I'll do that here in just a second. Now, I like to, using my spatula, just put this in so that it's even all around, get it nice and flat here on top. And I even sort of like to squish my dough a little more up against the sides, so that it's going to actually stick there. And then with most batters, what you're going to want to do is tap it on the table, and this helps keep any air pockets from developing down under all of this batter, and it'll make a much nicer cake. So if you haven't seen one of these tinfoil slings before, these are the coolest thing. You just take a long piece of tinfoil and fold it until you get a nice long sling like this. I doubled the ends back so that I have something nice to hold onto. And what you do is you put it right under the cake pan, and then when you're ready, you simply lower the cake onto the trivet and fold this over. Now, what I forgot today, and I will do this before I actually cook, is I also cover the pan with tinfoil, and I forgot to grab my little square of tinfoil. But when you do something like this, it's a nice idea to cover your cake batter so that it doesn't get wet from the steam. So put this down in, fold your ends of your sling over, and then when the cake is done, you simply pull it back out like this, and you don't have to touch the hot pan. Wonderful. It's a great, great way to get stuff in and out of your Instant Pot. Now, you're going to put your Instant Pot on manual at 55 minutes, and then you're going to let it natural pressure release. But I have a helpful hint for you. What I did when I made this last night is I did it right before bed. So the pressure cooker was on for a little over an hour as it came up to pressure, and typically because of the water in the bottom, it does not take as long as usual to come to pressure. And then it did cook for the whole 55 minutes, and as soon as my cooker did its little beep for the end of time, I went over and just turned the pot off and unplugged it. Excuse me. And I left the lid on and everything, and I went to bed. When I got up this morning, I went and pulled out the cake. It was perfectly cooled. The sides had already come away from the pan, and all I had to do was open up the cake pan and invert it onto a plate, and we were ready to eat it. So what a great idea, so that you have a coffee cake ready to go in the morning. Just do it in your Instant Pot, turn it off before you go to bed, pull it out, and there you have it. What a great way to make a gluten-free coffee cake for a little snack for your guests as they get up on Thanksgiving morning. So we're about ready to announce our winner. So who's our winner today? Amy Gortler Luno, you are our winner for today. We will contact you after the show, and we will be happy to send you one of these springform pans. So I want to thank all of you who've joined me here today in the Quick and Carry kitchen. We've made a delicious gluten-free pumpkin coffee cake with walnuts for your guests for any of the upcoming holidays. Remember, we have a new schedule starting in December, but we will be here a week from today to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. And we will have a special new recipe for all of you on Instant Pot Acquisition Day, or what other people call Black Friday. And then starting in December, we're going to do our live shows at noon on Fridays. We hope that you will be able to join us then. And from all of us here at the Quick and Carry kitchen, I want to say to you what Julia Child used to say: bon appetit.